Hi, this is Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and my project today is this is a 3x3 by 1 inch box. I'm going to change it to a 3x3 by 2 inch box when we do it this time. It ties with a bow in the front, and there's a flap that comes over. And on this one, I used Balmy Blue and the Subtles Designer Series paper and Tasteful Touches and Forever Flourishing dies. We're going to keep the top pretty much the same, but I'm changing up the colors. Okay, we're going to start with a piece of 11 by 7, which I didn't cut yet, of Highland Heather. Alright, so I'm going to do 7, and it's already 11. Alrighty. Okay. Get my notes. Alright, on the 11-inch side, we're going to score it at 1, 4, 6, and 9. And then we're going to flip it to the 7-inch side, and we're going to score it at 2 and 5. Okay, now we're done scoring. No triangles or anything today. Alright, let's burnish. One more. Keep changing it. Okay. All right. And now what we want to do is this. Alrighty. So I need my. Now the last tutorial I did was for a no-cut box, and I think they're the same difficulty because it's a lot to work with. You have to fold a lot more on the no-cut. So I think these are just as easy as no-cuts. Okay, we have the skinnier rectangle on the right-hand side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this thin rectangle. And then I'm going to cut this straight, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this about in half. You don't have to be exact, just a little bit neat. Okay, and then up that one to this skinny rectangle, we're going to take that off too. And we're going to take about half of this side off also. Alrighty. Okay, now what we cut is on the right. And now what we're going to do is the normal, keep the rectangle straight and wedge in on the squares. Okay, now we're going to turn it all around and keep the rectangle straight on this side and wedge in on the squares. Oopsie. This has just a little bit longer sides than I usually do. Okay, do one more this way. Okay. Now we're going to put on our DSP, and I'm using the Subtle 6x6 DSP. Now on this one, it was kind of small, so I didn't put the DSP on the sides, but for this one, since they're so large, I'm going to. Okay, we just need one for the top, and we're going to use our regular seal. And sometimes I do this after, but it is much easier if you do it before you put the box together. Oh, nice twitched right at the last minute. I don't know. I might have to deal with that. Oh, I can get it. Okay. There we go. And then we need it for 1, 2, 3, 4, because this is going to be the bottom of our box. I should probably do all of these at once, right? Makes it faster. I think the problem I'm having with the seal is because if I don't, if I don't cut it off to the side, it pulls some of the seal off with it when I lift it up, and then it's bare at the tip. So that was a learning curve a little bit. But this holds a lot more than the regular seal, so you don't go through them as often. And I will get used to it just like I get used to the seal. Here. And finally, right here. Alrighty, now we're ready. And we're gonna have to switch to Seal Plus this time. All right, so we're gonna work on the bottom. And we're going to put some Seal Plus, excuse me, on all the tabs. I just want to clean up something I missed here. I left a little piece of the score line on that. It won't close nicely if that happens, so I'm going over here. I did it. Okay, maybe not. Let's see if I can get this. Let me just take this whole thing off here. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready. All right, and we're going to do Seal Plus on the tabs. And this one I seem to be able to just pull back and it's fine. I think because these are separate little bits, you can see little lines in it. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see, yeah. Well, I don't know if you can see, but there's little lines going this way, so it tears off much easier. All right, so now let's start at the end. I'm going to make these square. And then we'll take these to finish our bottom box. Oops. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I did. I thought I didn't cut it. Okay. And now because we cut these in half, it'll go in there nicely. Oh, you know what? We got a wedge here, but we could do that at the end too. Did I do that? I did. See, look, I didn't pay attention to my own model. I took a little bit of a wedge away from where the front flap is, so that it will go in there nicely. Okay, and now we need a hole punch. And I'm going to punch a hole about in the middle of this. Middle both ways, length and height. Close as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then we're going to put it in. And you need a pencil. And I want you to make a mark. Oops. Okay, just see. Okay, and you're going to punch a hole right where you put the mark. And one a little bit lower. Well, probably as far as my punch will go, lower. Okay. Okay, and we need some, I have metallic edged ribbon. This is the Whisper White one. And we're going to go in here and come back out of the box. All right, and then we're going to start to fold this in, and we're going to put this through the top hole. All right. Okay. This way. And we're going to tie a bow. All right. And there we go. Now you could put a piece of DSP right here too, which maybe I should have. That would be, let's see, 2 3/4 by 3/4, and then just put it on there before you punch the hole. All right, now we're going to do our decoration. Now I use the Tasteful Touches flower there, and this die for the foliage behind it from the Forever Flourishing dies. Okay, and I have that cut out already. And I stamped and colored my flower with Wink of Stella because I was getting to the end and I wanted to make sure I had enough. So I have to order more of these, but I don't know if you can see. I stamped it with Gorgeous Grape, and then I used the Wink of Stella right away to kind of pull the Gorgeous Grape into the white space and make it sparkly, and then it kind of goes with the Highland Heather. All right, so now I have to just fussy cut this. I tend to leave just a tiny bit of white because if it had a die, that's what it would do. But if you like to cut right up to the line, that looks good too. I'm just not that good. Okay, now I'm going to snip off this little bit so I don't want it to stick out. And I'm going to get some of my glue. And I'm just going to put little touches on the petals or leaves, I guess it would be, of the branch. Okay. I'm just going to put it right down right there. And you also could do the decorating on the front when it's before it's put together, because you're putting your DSP on, so if you wanted to. I guess I didn't put enough glue. Let's wait a couple seconds. There we go. Okay, and then I'm putting some dimensionals on the back of my flower. I'm trying to be better and not put so much of my dimensionals on everything. So I used to probably put 4 on here, which really isn't needed. Alrighty, and then we're just going to put the flower maybe a little bit. Okay. And the final touch is I'm going to add some metallic pearls. Another one stuck on me. And there we go. That is our 3x3 by 2-inch box. And I think I'm going to add a piece of DSP here. I'll put it in the directions. That would be 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so you just untie it. And it opens up like that. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I do videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I would love it if you would subscribe, and if you would like to buy any of these products from me, you can go to the address on the top of the screen. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.